React to this for a little bit. Brand new interview, Andrew Tate. Just curious, right? I'm just interested here.
If that was true, if that because of you and your teaching, well, that's absolute garbage. I have never, ever encouraged a student to attack a teacher, male or female, ever. I preach hard work, discipline.
The BBC is like the worst fucking shit ever, anyways.
I preach no alcohol. I preach no knife crime. Every single problem with modern society, I'm against. I'm teaching young men to be disciplined, to be diligent, to listen, to train, to work hard, to be exactly like me, with no criminal record, never even yet charged in this 14-month Matrix investigation. And I'm saying that if men grew up like me, which are hardworking and diligent and some emotional control and stoic, we're going to have a better society, not a worse society. To sit here and say that schools in England, which is a failing nation, which has knife crime going through the roof, violence going through the roof, men's mental health going through the roof, and they're going to all blame me because I appeared on the internet 1 year ago, is disingenuous. It's disingenuous. And also,
financial success
correct.
With a Bugatti and a cigar, but it comes with a side order of misogyny.
How does having a Bugatti and a cigar come with misogyny?
Huh?
All mixed together in what you teach. You teach that
Yo! There's Dyer.
His name is Hersh.
Dyer with a fucking Dyer with a sub, man.
He's packing Hershey bar.
Name of the sub, sir. Name of the Kick sub, man. Resub day on here on Kick, man.
If you want, you can subscribe.
Is that what I teach?
That's what you say.
No, if you actually watch the clip, it will be about the woman attacking me with a machete. As usual, you've not watched the video, taken it out of context, flipped it, and attempted to attack me with a small excerpt. Let me tell you something, Lucy. I'm sure you're a very nice person. I'm sure you're a fantastic person. But if I were to take everything you've ever said online and just take small excerpts out of context, I could make you look like a misogynist. I guarantee it. In fact, I might actually do that. And then you're going to sit here and say, oh shit, I'm a misogynist because my clips have been taken out of context. If you refuse to watch anything at length and understand it, then that's what's going to happen.
The National Police Chiefs League for Violence Against Women.
I mean, he's being like legit about it though. Like shit, they coming at his neck and shit, bro. The BBC is like some of the most like unreliable fucking news you can watch anyways over the UK.
If you were to say to most women home right now, do you want your husband to protect you in a violent attack? They'd say, yeah, of course. Nothing I've said is misogynistic.
If you said to most women, would you want to lose authority in the relationship, to not be treated as a free and legal equal to your husband?
I didn't say that. I said I need to have authority over the route we walk home.
When you compare women and the authority over women that you believe you should have,
it's common sense, man. What are we talking about here?
It's not the same.
I know, dude. Bruce is going crazy on Kick. He has 60K viewers right now.
Free,
nuts.
Legal adult, my equal. But if I had a girlfriend and we were walking home late at night, and I said, let's not walk down that area, it's a bad area, I have to protect you if anything happens, I want to take the long way. And she said, no, I...
Mother! Dude, we don't need to fucking watch this shit. Hey.
I have to walk this way, even though it's the most dangerous route, I must.
Then what?
Then I would say, you're welcome to. You could do it. You're a free and legal equal. But I'm not going to walk with you and protect you. I think that I should be able to decide the route. Because I have an obligation. And my obligation as a man is to protect and provide for females. Everything I'm talking about is traditional gender roles, which 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago, would not be considered outlandish, would not be considered crazy.
I agree.
Would not be considered dangerous or misogynistic. The world has changed. And a lot of people have...
Sure, could the lady go out and say, folk, you know, I know the secret route, bro, like, you know, we're gonna folk it, we need to go to this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, this is a safe route. Sure.
Most people at home.
That's not what we're getting at, though.
And these are the people who are going to write in the comments that Andrew isn't saying anything that's outlandish. It's the whole world believes these things. I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know why you're doing this. I told you. Say this twice. I told you. They come in, they smile, they shake their hands, and then they read one coffee line excerpt from Black Roll. It's fine.
His brother said, I don't know why you're doing this interview. By the way, those of you guys that are watching this came out, I believe, yesterday. Or when this is going out, it'll be 2 days ago. I think this is like the first fucking interview that he's had, like a legit interview, since he got out of prison or whatever. Like I said, bro, I don't have like, I'm just watching it, you know, shit, why not? Yeah, I just finished my my dinner. I get to go to the gym in an hour and 15. Life's good, and it's just crazy. I watch it because it's just crazy how wild media companies are, bro. Like some of the shit they talk about, the headlines are nuts. I mean, that goes for America too. Very, very, very minimal good news that gets reported on both sides of the spectrum or political spectrum or wherever you stand. Very little good news, right? A lot of negative, a lot of, bad all the time.
And I believe that eventually, when the legacy media catches up, they're going to understand I'm a good, positive influence. I'm not interested in damaging the world for money. Because if I was interested in damaging the world for money, I could have sold drugs. Or I could make rap music and encourage everyone to stab each other like all the drill artists do.
Or you could make controversial statements online that attract a lot of
Damn!
people. You then direct to your website
where
they pay
I could make
to
jokes.
learn how to be
Sure.
like you.
I mean, I could make jokes online. Who doesn't? I mean, I could make a joke
Are you
online.
saying that all the controversial things you've said are jokes?
No, I'm saying that these organizations and the BBC who are
Quality of life
I
bills in
am
Minnesota.
the
I got
face
you.
of damaging the youth is absolutely garbage. It's completely.
I saw a crazy tweet the other day, man. It was talking about, how 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't remember the figure exactly, what our debt was in the U.S. and what it is now. And, we look at the U.S. as a whole and, is our school systems better? Are the roads nicer? Like you're saying, quality of life. Are we making improvements to the country? And the answer is no. And the answer is, where's all the money? You know what I'm saying? What are we spending all this cash on? It's nuts. If you really get down to it, it seems like a little decline, right? Need to get back on the forefront.
Ingenuous.
It makes you
And the
money.
reason.
I'm sorry, we have agreed to do an interview where you are going to ask questions that are going to give us the opportunity to clarify some things. These are very loaded questions, and so far, I'm sorry, I have arranged this and I'm talking right now. So, these are very loaded questions, and this is not what we discussed, and this is not the conversation that we agreed
We were
to.
very clear that the questions
You're sitting there and just accusing, we're not here to face new allegations. This has all been discussed, answers have been provided, so if we could please move on from this side of the interview, I would appreciate it.
I would like to hear what Andrew's got to say about the fact that when you make controversial statements, it attracts people to follow you, and then you direct them to your website where they pay you a monthly fee to learn.
Bro, isn't that like everything? Somebody makes a controversial statement and then you got people that back you or they don't. Not everybody agrees with everybody, bro. Do I agree with everything that Andrew Tate has ever said? Hell no. But do I agree with some of the shit that he goes about and the way that he carries himself? 100%. Bro, that's everything in life. It's like social media. That's bro, somebody made a controversial statement or you really like this guy for this reason and you follow him and you buy his merch and you buy his shit. I don't understand, bro, what we're getting at here.
And how to be like you. And so the more controversial statements you make, the more money you get.
The fact that that's the path you've outlined to one, my online university, and two, my presence on the internet. The fact that you believe that's the path just shows you've done absolutely zero.
How many of the people who sign up for Hustlers University at $49.99 a month come to you because they see your social media comments?
There's an online school.
Who cares?
Called Hustlers University.
Who gives a fuck? He's making bread. Shit. Yeah, he is. Some people might not agree with the way that he's doing it, but bro, we just talked about this, bro. It's
which I don't own. I influence for, along with many other influencers.
Sure, he could put out a TikTok or, half the TikToks that you ever saw Andrew Tate when he was really going up, he didn't even make.
And they sign up for your website, which I don't own.
Motherfucker.
Crazy,
man.
Once again, that's nothing to do with me. And you're going to sit here and say that I made a joke.
You were the
I made a joke.
Shit, people going to watch this video right here, and they might agree with some of the stuff that I'm saying and the way that I'm reacting. And they might decide to hit the sub button.
Online 4 years ago, because a woman said that she owned her man's car, and you made a joke, and that means that you, because you have a Bugatti, are the most misogynistic.
It's time for me to get
Come
set up for
on.
therapy, and I use
This is going down a path of absolute insanity. It's not true. None of this is true. I don't hurt people. I don't harm people. I'm genuinely a positive
You are
influence.
renowned
I'm renowned.
for offensive and controversial
That's not why I'm renowned.
comments
I'm
about
actually
Sure.
renowned. I'm actually renowned for helping young
He's known
men.
for some controversial statements, but
As we talk about there's a men's mental health crisis, and we talk about we pretend.
There's a lot of people out there that take them
As soon as I discuss men's issues,
in the wrong
it's
way.
misogynistic.
And like I said, not everybody at the end of the day is going to like you.
Because I believe men have a point of view and men have rights, and men are allowed to think and believe and act a certain way that helps them internally. That doesn't mean it's anti-female. In fact, I believe it's actually pro-female. I think when a man is true to his influence and true to his essence, and he's good within himself, he's a positive influence in the world, and he's positive for the women around him.
So
Just
why
because
are
I
so
discuss
many
men's
women-
issues, people say, oh, you're anti-woman. I'm not anti-woman, I love women.
Why are so many women saying that when their boyfriends start following you,
They're not.
they experience more control?
So many.
Bro, I'm actually scared. You ever think about famous ass people, bro? How much shit they have to deal with, bro? listen, man, if I ever get to the point where I'm blowing up on YouTube or, you know, like I've been a full-time streamer, whatever, for the last couple years, right? This is what I do. This is what I love to do. I'm in the gaming space. But, like, dude, that shit's scary, man. You kind of got to hunker down and kind of stay in your own lane type shit. Like, it gets a little wild. There's always somebody out there trying to attack you and take you down, bro.
Experience
How many?
more abuse.
How many?
Enough.
Enough. Well, that's the first time I've heard of it. So, in fact,
One is too many.
oh, of course, yeah. So, in fact, I've seen thousands and thousands of comments and have endless emails from women praising
Doesn't
the
it
fact,
worry you?
praising the fact that their sons are listening to me,
Does it not
praising
worry
the
you?
fact that their
The things
husbands.
I'm saying, does it not worry you?
It would worry. It would
You're not
worry.
concerned about
It
your
would.
influence?
It would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world. But for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you've become the most Googled man in the world. You have billions of views, and one woman, is now saying that her husband is
I
not the
have
same man she wants him to
presented
be. When thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite, well, then I would say
I
that that's.
presented you with case after case after case, with quote after quote after quote of people who are
They're
genuinely
not legit
concerned about
quotes.
the impact you're having, and you brush it off as if it's nothing.
No, what you have done is come here with an agenda. You've come here with loaded questions. You've come here with things taken out of context. You come here with things that you don't understand are satirical. And then you're going to also sit and say that one woman said that her boyfriend changed when he watched one of your videos. And then I don't know what you expect me to say to that. That's
sarcastic and jokes.
No.
That's how you explain
no,
the comments you
no.
make.
For you to sit
Would
down.
you
and
like
sit-
to apologise for any of them?
for you to sit down.
What the fuck?
For you to sit down.
His like on the top of the fucking like game when it comes to talking like this, bro. It's crazy. Dyer, I'll check that out here in a sec, bro.
One woman said that her boyfriend watched an Andrew Tate video and now he won't do the dishes. Or whatever your argument is. And that I'm somehow the worst, most dangerous man in the world because I have a car. It's just disingenuous. And I'm enjoying this interview very much because this shows the world. It's great. It shows the world the truth about the legacy media because they beg me for interviews. They beg me, you have been begging me for months, please, we need to be relevant. And then you come here with loaded questions trying to paint a picture of me, which is completely and utterly false. Let's make a very important clarification. That's not my followers. That's the internet. If you were to log into any video game lobby, I don't play video games.
I do.
If someone were to sit there and say something stupid, they would be trolled with similar comments. That's the unfortunate reality of the internet as a whole. That's nothing to do with me. But
I mean, shit, if you were fucking playing Modern Warfare 2 back in the day in 09, yeah. I mean, to this day, Call of Duty, most video games, they got a lobby. Woo, baby. It gets heated in those, man. And you hear stuff you don't want to hear.
A couple things. I wonder if it would be worth giving Andrew one more opportunity to consider whether or not he would like to apologise or
Apologize, bro. What? God, these ads are crazy, bro.
give
Apologize for what?
indication of how he feels about the allegations that he has negatively influenced young people in the UK. And secondly, I think we should put on record that
I mean, I guess, man. It's so hard for me to, like, fully grasp all this shit, bro. Like, sure, I mean, I can see that it could have affected somebody negatively, you know? But, like,
interviews taking place in your house because you're under house arrest. If it were not for that, then we would have chosen another location, I'm sure. We would have negotiated that between us. So I think that's just worth putting on record.
Okay. So, just to put on the record then, you've said that you've invited us into your house.
Correct.
We're here because you're under house arrest.
Correct.
If you were free to leave, we would have negotiated a more neutral setting.
Don't you think, as the BBC, it would be very interesting to come here and discuss the fact that I was put in a dungeon for 92 days and then locked in house arrest without charge? Don't you think that's a far more interesting conversation than old YouTube snippets? Don't you think that would be interesting?
You're here under house arrest because there's an ongoing investigation into rape and human trafficking allegations against you.
Correct. I've been incarcerated without charge. And don't you think
The rape allegation is
It's
not
been
what
dropped.
Has been incarcerated for.
Correct. So I'm incarcerated without charge, and I think that would be a far more interesting conversation. Then I guess Julian Assange is incarcerated without charge, and nobody's interested in that either. So if you actually want to do some genuine journalism and investigation, you could talk about the fact that an innocent man who is yet to be charged with a crime has had his liberty deprived of him. And I think that would be a far more interesting angle than talking about me being the most dangerous man in the world because I own a car.
and smoke a cigar.
And this question about schools being very worried about your influence. Boys in primary school or, boys as young as 11 are quoting you at school, attacking girls.
Bro, a lot of that shit is on the parents, bro. Like, at the end of the day, man, if if those kids out there, their parents aren't good parents, I mean, what are they doing on the phone? Like, anyways, like, it comes down to the parents, the household, going home every day, the values that are instilled in them at a young age, bro. Like, a lot of the common sense values that most kids understand growing up, like, it comes down to that, bro. Like,
refusing to respect female teachers.
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything about that?
I'd like to say a lot. First things first, as I've repeatedly said, and the only reason I keep repeating it is because I'm sure this interview will be edited. I am a positive force for the world, and I teach children discipline. I teach the world discipline, male or female, of any age. And a lot of women listen to me as well. 40% of the people who listen to me are actually female. Secondly, I do understand with my massive influence, and I am now the one of the most influential people on the planet, that I do have to be slightly more careful with things I say. I'm not going to disagree with that. The idea that I said something 5 years ago on a video that got 300 views...
So what do you mean, being slightly more careful?
I'll give you an example. Some of the jokes I made 4 or 5 years ago on a YouTube channel that got 300 views, I would no longer make...
Like what?
Like the OnlyFans joke, the one you mentioned repeatedly. When she said, my man's car is my car. And then she said she did OnlyFans. And I said, what do you saw on OnlyFans? She said, my tits. And I said, well, those are your man's tits. As a joke, ha ha ha, everybody laughed. The fact that I could do that on a podcast 5 years ago and it only got 300 views, now I understand I'm the most influential man on the face of the planet. I would be more careful with certain things I say. That doesn't mean the things I originally said were genuinely out to harm people.
Do you really believe you're the most influential man on the face of the planet?
I'm the most Googled person on the planet.
Do you believe you're the most influential man on the face of the planet?
I'm the most Googled man on the planet.
I think we're done.
Yep. Thanks, Lucy. It was enjoyable. Nice to meet you. No, it was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it.
damn.
I don't want to damage anything. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy right there.